Every person who survived these tornadoes has a history.
And those stories impact thousands of people all over the world. One family's journey from devastation to hope really strikes a chord. CBS 42's Shannon Myers shares their story.
Alabama, a state of survival. Through the wreckage, integrity is tested and heroes are born.
I mean, it's just like a nightmare. It's just not supposed to be like this.
Hundreds of miles away from home, Angie Clements received the call. News that her mother and stepfather miraculously survived the EF4 tornado in Concord was comforting, but her personal storm was far from over.
The first thing I did was I called my dad's cell phone, and it went straight to voicemail.
After multiple attempts to try to reach her biological father, who lived in Pleasant Grove, her worst fears were confirmed.
I knew, and I just knew. As a calm came over me, and I just knew that he didn't make it.
5 days before the storms, Angie's mother and her stepdad had just closed on their new home in Concord.
It was just beautiful. All hardwood floors, no carpet, tile in the kitchen and the baths, had a sunroom on it. It was a dream house.
The Newtons spent Tuesday afternoon moving in, unaware that on Wednesday, a tornado, barreling full speed, was heading their way.
And I was saying, hold on house, hold on house. I said that twice, and then my husband said, there goes the roof. And I didn't look up, I kept my head down. The next thing I remember, I'm laying on my stomach with my arms stretched out as far as they'll go, and I'm hanging on to the bottom of his t-shirt. And I can feel he's blowing away from me. And I just held on, and he tried to reach back and get me, and it stopped. And it's just some kind of miracle, because we really should be gone.
We've heard some amazing stories of survival rising from the rubble of these storms, but the one thing that drew our attention to this particular family is a photograph that started here and landed here.
It was a picture of a young girl, senior portrait, a cap and gown, 8 by 10. The only one that I have found that size.
The photograph was Angie's. She and Mr. Bennett were united on Facebook, forming a newfound friendship.
He got it to my mom as soon as he possibly could. He's an amazing, he's an angel.
This family holds on to one another, miles apart, but Alabama holds their hearts. In Concord, Shannon Myers, CBS 42 News.
Angie plans to leave Los Angeles, where she's lived for the past 10 years, and move back home to Alabama. Her mother, Sharon Newton, and her husband will rebuild their dream home on that same plot of land in Concord.